What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I've got a special one. One thing I've noticed lately is a lot of new people are entering the hobby and buying Pokemon cards either in person or online, and I'm noticing a lot of scams lately. So today's video, I've got 5 quick tips to help keep you safe when you're buying your Pokemon cards. Tip number 1, if it sounds too good to be true, it's because it probably is. I'm seeing a lot of great deals out there with Charizards, base set Charizards in near mint condition going for $100, $150, or even first edition base set Charizards that are selling for $300 or $400. Now that is just ludicrous. It's never going to sell for that, and that deal is just way too good to be true. So just take a look at the deal that you're looking at and ask yourself, is this too good to be true? Because if it is, and it is a steal, it probably is a scam. The exception to that rule is if you're in an in-person deal. For example, I was at a garage sale, I saw a binder of Pokemon cards for 20 bucks. There was probably $700 or $800 worth of cards in there, but I was in person and I was able to examine those cards and I was able to get them and go. So in that case, that deal was an incredibly good find and there wasn't a scam there. But a lot of the online ads I'm seeing, and particularly in the Facebook groups and Craigslist and OfferUp, the deals are just way too good to be true, so that is a huge red flag. Tip number 2, always trust your gut. There's a reason that saying's been around forever, and that's because it holds true. If you're dealing with somebody and there are alarm bells going off in your head, or you just have that gut feeling that's just uneasy in the bottom of your stomach, it's because something's probably off in the deal. I can't tell you how many times I've negotiated with somebody only for them to say something or give me some kind of inclination to hesitate. And that is when I really just walk away from the deal. There's always going to be another deal out there. There are always going to be more cards to buy. So if a seller's giving you a vibe, or if you just feel that something's not right, that's because something is probably off. Walk away. Trust me, I know it's hard. It can be very difficult, especially when you're looking at some good cards and you're weighing out the pros and cons of how you're feeling. If there are alarm bells, just walk away. Coming into tip number 3, PayPal. PayPal has built-in protection, and that is only applicable if you pay via PayPal goods and services. There's going to be a lot of times out there where a seller will ask you to pay via a different method, either Venmo, Cash App, or sending them cash in an envelope, or wiring them money. None of these really come with any kind of protection, so really lean on your protections. If you are paying PayPal for an online purchase, always send the money, goods and services. That way, if something does go wrong, at least you have the megalith that PayPal is behind you to really help get your money back. And I can't tell you how many times where I've sent money via PayPal goods and services and they had my back when I needed them most. So always send the money, goods and services if you are paying with PayPal. Jumping into tip number 4, protect yourself as best as possible. Many payment methods out there come with some kind of layer of protection. For example, the one I just mentioned, PayPal, if you do pay via goods and services, you are backed by that PayPal buyer protection. What a lot of people don't know is credit cards out there also offer some kind of protection against fraud or getting scammed. So there have been a few instances where if PayPal just doesn't work out for whatever reason, which is rare if you pay goods and services and follow their protocol, the credit card was able to get my money back, and that was incredibly helpful. So at the end of the day, anytime you're purchasing Pokemon cards online from somebody, you are trusting them. So having as many layers of protection as possible only works in your favor as a buyer and should always be considered. And finally, tip number 5 is a saying that we have in the watch collecting community, and that is buy the seller, not the watch. Same goes for Pokemon. Try to deal with people who have references, who have a solid track record of transactions within the Pokemon community. If you're buying on eBay, they have reviews there. If you're buying from somebody who's got 14 negative reviews in the last month, you're just asking for trouble. You're not going to be the one good transaction that happens if he's got 14 bad ones in the last month. The odds are just not there. If you're buying on Facebook, there are Facebook groups for the sole purpose of providing feedback on buyers and sellers for Pokemon cards. All you gotta do is search their name and see if they're on there. Reddit, same thing. There's a Pokemon trading card feedback subreddit. So try to look up reviews of whoever you're buying from and really just buy the seller, not the card. It can be so easy to get swept up in what kind of deal you're getting and what kind of cards you're getting and for what price, that people often overlook the simple thing of just doing their homework and researching the seller. If you follow these 5 tips that I've provided, you should be pretty safe. As long as you're doing your due diligence and you're doing your homework, you're trusting your gut, you're buying the seller, not the cards, and you're laying yourself with as many layers of protections as possible, you should generally be pretty safe. I'm not saying nothing will ever go wrong. I've done hundreds of transactions in the Pokemon community, and it's a very rare occurrence that I've had something go wrong, and usually I've been able to rectify the situation with the seller, and it's not a scam, it's just something happened in transit or something along those lines. But I've generally been pretty safe, and I've stuck by these 5 rules, and you will too. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I've seen a lot of support on the channel so far, and I cannot be more grateful. Thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I know a lot of people out there have not been able to get their hands on Champion's Path, so one thing I'm going to be doing is giving away a double V-Box of Champion's Path. So this will come with 4 packs of Champion's Path in it. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed and just leave a comment on this video with your best tip on how to stay safe when you're buying, selling, trading Pokemon cards. I will randomly pick one of the comments on this video below sometime in the next week or 2. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are trading lots of Pokemon cards. And as always, stay safe, stay happy, stay searching.